Welcome to Fueling Your Legacy, hosted by Samuel Knickerbocker. Each week, we expose the faulty foundational mindsets of the past and rebuild a new, stronger foundation essential in creating your legacy. We've got a lot of work to do, so let's get started. Welcome to Fuel Your Legacy, and this week we're going to be talking all about marketing. How do we get our message out there? How do we get our legacy out there? How do we help people understand what we're about, why we're about it, and how to share what we're about? Because that's the key. You can be super excited about what you're doing. You can even tell people about what you're doing, but if you don't know how to actually help people understand what you're doing, then it's not going to work. And also, if they can't, once they hear you talk about it, if they can't go and share with their neighbors what you're doing, then it's not going to help. So for instance, for me, my marketing is pretty down to six things really, but three. So I'm going to teach you how to identify your identity, gain financial confidence to go and create your legacy. So identify, confidence, and creation, right? That is my three things. Now, in alignment with that, I have identity and mindset. So mindset. And then I have behaviors and confidence. And then I have creation and habits. They all are important for you to understand the benefits of how to achieve great financial success and fuel your legacy. So everything I talk about on my show, on my Facebook, on my Instagram, all these areas, they're going to talk about habits, mindsets, and behaviors that are going to help you to identify your identity, help you create the confidence that you need, and then create your legacy and actually go live it. And so that's my easy branding. If somebody's like, hey, Sam, what do you do? Well, I help you identify your identity, gain the financial confidence to go and create the legacy of your dreams. That's what I do. And it's very simple. It's short. Somebody can hear that, and then they're like, well, how do you do that, right? Well, that's a whole nother conversation. The how is not important. The why is important. So when you're marketing, you want to market the why and the transformation. That's your goal. So this week, we're going to be talking about the marketing aspect of it. On Wednesday, we're going to be doing a book review on .com Secrets by Russell Brunson. And that book is phenomenal. If you haven't ever read it, please go read it. It'll change your life. If your goal is to market and to share with people what you're passionate about, you just need to read it. It's something that you need to do because it's going to help you get your message out there. So that's going to happen on Wednesday. And then on Friday, we have the Queen on the show. The Queen, Maddie Mink, she has named herself that, and I love her for it. So I'm willing to propagate her queening. But she's awesome, and she is a wizard at Instagram. She's a wizard at Facebook. Well, not as much as a wizard at Facebook, but she's definitely a wizard at Instagram. She knows how to market herself, and help you market yourself. And when we talk about branding, we're going to talk about, or have talked about, branding a personal brand, right? That's so important. She's really good at helping you brand a personal brand and outreach and help other people get that information, and then help you with collaborations to the point where you're actually marketing yourself and you're helping other people market you as well. Because marketing you can only do so much marketing yourself. If all you're doing is propping yourself up, then people start to get a little suspicious. They think, why is he always just talking about himself? He's so cocky, so conceited, he's so all these things, right? But the moment somebody else says, hey, you should go talk to Sam, hey, you should go do this, then people, for some reason, they're like, oh, yeah, I should talk to you, right? And so Maddie helps you understand how you can get that type of information and that type of engagement in your content on your social media profiles. How do you get that type of content and get other people referring you rather than you having to push yourself out and project yourself out to the world? Now, obviously, that comes from you putting in the work, putting in the legwork, and creating what's important. But just know that that's a process, and that's all part of marketing. And marketing is essential when it comes to really becoming what you want to become. And so marketing comes down to a lot of different areas. Okay, and when we talk about branding is more of your reputation. Marketing is the expression of your brand. Okay, so once you have your brand, once you have your identity, once you know what you're doing, then the marketing, the behaviors, that's where that comes in. The behaviors and the financial confidence, in my message, that's where marketing is going to come in, because it's how are we expressing our identity? How are we expressing our brand? And how are we helping other people understand what we're expressing? And these are the key components of it, right? You've got to be visible. If nobody knows you, they can't work with you. So you have to be visible. You have to remain in close proximity to where you're trying to reach out to and what you're trying to get to. And then also, part of marketing is being consistent. You have to consistently share your message. If you just like pop in and out and you're not really sharing consistently, then people get bored. They get disengaged, right? even McDonald's. McDonald's is one of the largest corporations in the world at this point, and they're one of the largest landowners in the world. They've got some really expensive property all over the world, and they're still doing TV ads, right? Do you think that like they need to do TV ads? Do you think we're going to forget about McDonald's if we don't see it on TV? No, probably not, because there's one on like every corner. But they still are investing and maintaining their image and maintaining their consistent approach to marketing, maintaining presence of mind, right? And so that is very, very essential when you are trying to brand yourself or trying to market yourself. You've got to be consistent. You've got to consistently show up and make sure that other people know exactly where you are, why you're there, and how you got there. Because as you do that, then other people are going to be able to have you in their mind. And then when something comes up, when a need arises, you're the first one in their mind. And if you are doing things that are out of the ordinary and kind of stepping out, using colors that are not used by everybody, then your marketing becomes even more effective, because then you're catching people's eye constantly, and it's going to be out there. Now, we're going to probably not get into too much on Friday. On Wednesday, we're going to get into some details, some pretty deep details about marketing strategies. But people sometimes think that marketing is just it's too overwhelming. The problem is that they're getting pulled in a bunch of different directions, trying to chase down tactics. And just like branding is important for us to gain a brand standard and then like maintain brand standards, well, along with that brand standards, we have to create a strategy. And a strategy is like the overall picture. This is the whole puzzle of like what we're trying to purvey or show in our marketing. And then the tactics are Instagram, Facebook, ebooks, podcasts, blogs, right? Those are all tactics. All the funnels that you're ever going to click funnels, all those are to display certain tactics, but they're not the marketing strategy. The strategy is the overall funnel. The marketing strategy is, okay, you don't know somebody. How do you get in front of them? How do you get to know who they are? Okay, where do they go from their first interaction, second, third, fourth, fifth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, to the point where they're a paying client, right? That's a strategy. A tactic is what each of those levels are. And the people who get overwhelmed, in my experience, are the people who are chasing down a tactic and think that if they just kill this one tactic, then that's their strategy. Your strategy can't be a tactic. It doesn't make sense, right? The army doesn't go to war and say, hey, look, our strategy this time is to use guns. It's like, yeah, everybody's using guns, so that's pretty much less effective. No, like you don't, okay, well then let's use tanks. Tanks are better. Let's use airplanes, right? Our whole entire strategy is airplanes. No, a strategy is very tactical. It's laid out. You've got air control, you've got sea, you've got land, you've got army, you've got navy, you've got all these different things, and they all work together in an overall strategy to achieve the one goal. And the one goal is domination or winning or whatever, right? For me, I want to dominate in my career field. I want to make everybody else so small comparatively that everybody knows my name across the world. People know who Samuel Knickerbocker is. They know what he stands for, and they know how they can get help from him. And that's my objective when it comes to marketing, is just complete domination. But that comes from understanding the strategy and working towards a strategy, not a tactic. So just keep that in mind as you go about thinking about, okay, how can I get my message out there more? Don't focus on the tactics as much as the strategy. Once you identify the strategy, then you're going to know which tactics are going to be most effective for you to actually accomplish your goal. So one little other hint that we're not going to get into probably in the other days as much, but that is to create your avatar. You need to know exactly who you're talking to. If you want to actually be able to create the messaging and the information for that client, then you have to know who they are. So know their name, their hair color, where they eat, where they sleep, how big their house is, how many kids they have. All of these things. You got to know all of these things to really make it effective when it comes to creating a strategy that's going to target and funnel down and actually meet with that one client that you actually want to work with. So hopefully that helps, and I'm excited for Wednesday and Friday. Again, I want to just make you aware, on May 11th, we're going to be having the Next Generation Legacy and Wealth Workshop. And again, Maddie is going to be speaking there at that. She's going to be on the panel helping us understand on the legacy panel. She's going to be helping understand, how do we actually get our legacy out there? How do we show up and share that information? And So excited. If you want to ask her questions, you're going to love what you hear on Friday, but there's no way for you to ask her questions. So if you want to hear questions and ask questions about that, then definitely go to my website. You can get access to my website at samknickerbocker.com. You can also get access to the registration form on my Facebook page and on my Instagram. You can always direct message me if you're curious. Hey, is this for you? Is it going to be beneficial? Please direct message me. I'd love to hop on a call and just see if this is something that it is going to help you accomplish your goals. If it's not, then there's no point, right? I'm not here to get everybody in there. I want the people who actually see the value in creating a legacy for their life and for their family, and then are looking for a way, how do I get the financial confidence and the wealth strategy around making sure that legacy lasts multi-generational. So if that's you, if that's who you feel like you are and you're looking for that, then I'd love to meet with you. Direct message me, reach out to me. I'd love to hop on a 20-minute call with you and explain more about it and see if there's a way that we can help you get there and help you get that information, because it's definitely going to be life-changing. So have a wonderful day, and we'll catch you next time on Fuel Your Legacy. Thanks for joining us today. If what you heard resonated with you, please like, comment, and share on social media. Tag me so I can give you a shout out on the next episode. And thanks to all those who have left a review. It helps spread the message of what it really takes to build a legacy that lasts. Catch you next time on Fueling Your Legacy.